Imagine a country where professionals in suits have to borrow money just to eat lunch. We analyze shocking data, revealing that China's middle class is now surviving on credit for a $5 meal. Meanwhile, young couples are refusing to have families, calling children luxury goods they can no longer afford. From the starving workers in the streets to the collapsing birth rate, we expose the brutal reality of a nation in survival mode. This is the hidden poverty of China in 2025. For many people right now, just getting through the day is a struggle. Some can't even afford their next meal. It might sound unbelievable, but this is the undeniable reality. I have a client who deals in business consulting. When I looked at his payment data, a shocking fact was revealed. From 2022 to 2023, his customers mainly paid with WeChat Pay, Alipay, or bank cards. But starting in the second half of 2024, the mainstream payment method suddenly shifted to credit cards and credit services like Huabei and Credit Pay. Here is the crucial point. This client runs a small restaurant in the basement of an office building. If even white-collar workers are going into debt just to eat lunch, what does that mean? It means people have no spare cash left, not even for food. They are literally borrowing money just to fill their stomachs. I used to see cash. Now I see credit alerts. My customers are dressed in suits. They work in high-rise towers, but when they pay for a $5 lunch, they use credit. They are eating today on money they hope to earn next month. It's terrifying. At a factory recruitment site, staff met an applicant who hadn't eaten for 2 days. They immediately offered him a meal to solve his urgent need. How old are you? I'm 45. How did you end up penniless at 45? How much money do you have on you? Almost nothing. If you don't help me, I'll starve to death. Normally, I would say you have to figure it out yourself, but you look like a tough person. Listen, this is a personal gift from me. Let's eat together later, and then we'll talk. Honestly, I don't know if I can get you a job at the factory. But a blogger wrote about an incident that deeply shook him. He said it was hard to believe that in this day and age, there are people too poor to eat. That afternoon, while eating near Chongqing North Station, he noticed the man next to him staring intently at the few tangerines he had. The man hadn't ordered any food, so the blogger gave him a free cup of water from the shop. The man spoke to him, but it wasn't a glance or a common dialect, so the blogger couldn't understand. After asking him to repeat it 3 times, he finally understood. Do you want the tangerines on the table? The man nodded. So the blogger gave him all the tangerines and even ordered a meal for him. The blogger said that in recent years, he had met people begging for money, but never anyone just asking for food. He sighed deeply. Every living being is in suffering. Life is not easy. How many children is ideal? 0. Then who is that child with you? I picked him up. For young people. Today, 1 child is enough. The ideal number is 0. The pressure is too great. So, what do you think is the best number? 0. China's declining birth rate reflects the collective anxiety of the younger generation about the future. Even with government birth subsidies, the real pressures of soaring housing prices and unstable employment haven't eased. Without social security and a stable life, having children is no longer a natural choice but a risk. For women, the pressure is even heavier. Discrimination in the workplace, childcare, and the struggle for self-growth. The more children you have, the poorer you get, and the poorer you are, the more children you have. That is the reality for families like ours. I am a 33-year-old mother of 4 living in a rural area. People always ask, is your family rich? Did you inherit a fortune? The reality is nothing like that. Both my husband's family and mine are very ordinary. I am a stay-at-home mom with no income, and my husband's monthly salary is only a few thousand yuan. My father-in-law also supports us with day labor jobs. I look at my 4 children sleeping. I love them, but I am terrified. We have no mortgage, no car loan. Yet we are drowning. Every yuan goes to food. I tell myself to be strong, but deep down, I wonder, did I make a mistake bringing them into this hard world? We don't have a mortgage or car loan, but raising 4 kids is a crushing weight. I tell myself, clench your teeth, stay positive, keep moving forward for the family. Maybe someday things will get better. But the reality of raising children in China today is cruel. Parents used to worry about tuition. Now they worry about their children's living expenses after graduation. Take a college graduate in Beijing as an example. Even with a take-home pay of 5,000 yuan, rent, utilities, food, and transport can easily cost 8,000 yuan. This means parents have to send more money than when their kids were in school. And this doesn't even include marriage, buying a house, or car expenses. Even if you drain your life savings, you probably can't even afford a down payment in Beijing. The tension between parents and children is severe. One father told his daughter, "I'll give you 1,500 yuan a month. Don't compare yourself to others." The daughter shot back, "I need 3,000 yuan. Makeup, clothes, fruit, nails, everything costs money." The father exploded. "My salary is only 6,000 yuan. If I give you 3,000, how am I supposed to live? Even your grandfather's pension isn't 2,000 yuan. How dare you mooch off him too?" Parents are being crushed by the pressure. One blogger revealed that just half of the summer vacation cost him 30,000 yuan for orthodontics, tutoring, and travel. Just the expenses for the older child feel overwhelming, and the younger one hasn't even started yet. He admits, if you can have just one, stick to one. Unless you're rich, don't even think about a second. I'm in my 30s, but my hair is already completely white. Even small expenses add up. I've been wearing the same cheap slippers for 3 years, but for my kid, outdoor activities, deer petting experiences, eating candy, toys costing hundreds every month. Just raising one child makes 3,000 yuan vanish in a blink. They are literally money-eating bugs. Yet for many men today, supporting even one household is difficult. According to a survey by CICC, China International Capital Corporation, out of China's 1.4 billion people, only about 700,000 earn more than 20,000 yuan a month. The rest are barely keeping their heads above water. A blogger analyzed the harsh reality. In the US, one worker can support 4.8 people. In Germany, 6.8 people. But in China, many struggle to support just 1.1 people. A programmer earning 8,000 yuan a month is considered high income. But after mortgage, car payments, and education costs, only 2,000 yuan is left. His wife wanted a skincare set for 500 yuan, but hesitated for 6 months. This is the reality. 90% of Chinese men earn less than 5,000 a month, not even reaching the tax threshold. Even with 10,000 yuan a month, family life remains a struggle. A female blogger recalled a saying she heard in her rural hometown: "Raising a daughter is useless. It's a losing business." As a child, she hated those words. But now, busy taking care of her husband, children, in-laws, and her own parents, she admits there is a painful truth in them. Women often dedicate the best years of their lives to their husband's family and can do almost nothing for their own parents. Of course, not everyone thinks this way. A netizen from Guangdong argued, "My parents raised me, so I will bear the cost of their housing, old age care, and medical bills just like a son." Saying daughters are useless depends on the daughter. If you make filial piety a principle from the start, your husband should respect that. Still, many cling to the idea of having 3 kids even if they are poor. Some say poverty is no excuse. They take their kids everywhere and argue that love, not money, is what matters. On the other hand, some frankly admit they just wanted both a son and a daughter so they wouldn't have regrets. However, parenting in modern China is brutal. A young couple in northeast China has a combined monthly income of only 8,000 yuan. Without retired parents to babysit, raising a child would be impossible. Hiring help costs a fortune. Just kindergarten is 1,000 yuan a month. Domestic conflicts increase, sleepless nights, crying babies, exhausted parents. Many couples fight, and some families even collapse under the pressure. When asked if children are a guarantee for old age, an elderly man replied cynically, "No, you can only rely on yourself. My pension goes to paying for my son's house and car. And now I even have to take care of the grandchildren. My son can barely feed himself, let alone me." Another woman says, "My husband earns 7,000 yuan. The mortgage is 3,000. We are raising 2 kids on that. Can you call this living? My father expected me to take care of him. Now I am taking care of him, my wife, and my son. I work 12 hours a day, and I am still borrowing money. I am not living. I am just servicing debt. I am the sandwich generation, and I am being crushed." She buys discounted vegetables late at night and calculates every penny just to survive the month. The numbers are cruel. In Jinyang, raising just one toddler costs over 26,000 yuan a year. For ordinary families, Children are no longer just a blessing, but the heaviest financial burden. My child is currently 19 months old and entirely formula fed. Formula costs 150 yuan a can, about 2 cans a month, so 3,600 yuan a year. Diapers are the biggest cost, 300 yuan a month, 3,600 a year. Snacks, side dishes, toys, clothes, and other miscellaneous expenses are about 9,000 yuan a year. We only get the free vaccinations. If he catches a mild cold, that's another 2,000 yuan a year. Adding it all up, it comes to 26,500 yuan. From the moment a child is born, expenses are constant, pushing young parents to their limits. This blogger says that with expenses like these, savings are just a pipe dream. This blogger shared that after her divorce, she was kicked out by her in-laws and had to leave with her daughter, with no house, no car, and no savings. I am 27. I was cheated on, threatened by the mistress, plotted against by my in-laws, and deceived. In the end, I got nothing and had to flee with my young child just to protect our lives. I rented an apartment in this strange city, working part-time while taking care of my child with no one to help. When she first left, she had nowhere to go and couldn't return to her parents. So she rented an old, dilapidated apartment. She experienced the terrifying ordeal of someone knocking on her door in the middle of the night. Her ex-father-in-law sent people to her house multiple times to force her to drop the lawsuit. She was trembling with fear, curled up in bed with her child, clutching her phone, not knowing who to call.